Hey everyone, and welcome back to Learn Spanish Like I Did. Before we start, I would like to welcome my co-presenter for today's episode, Angelina, who is a longtime friend of Learn Spanish Like I Did. Today we're diving headfirst into something that I think scares a lot of new Spanish learners: pronunciation. I mean, it's such a fundamental part of sounding authentic, isn't it, Angelina?
Thanks for that great welcome, Wesley. It's great to be back here with you all at Learn Spanish Like I Did. So let's start today's podcast. Absolutely. Pronunciation is one of those things where, if you get it right from the start, it just unlocks so much confidence. I remember when I first started, I was so intimidated by the idea of rolling my R's, It felt like this secret handshake I just couldn't master.
Oh, tell me about it. The R is definitely a rite of passage. But honestly, I think a lot of the fear comes from not understanding the basic building blocks, which is, of course, the alphabet itself, and how each letter consistently sounds. Unlike English, Spanish is incredibly phonetic.
That's a fantastic point. English is, let's be real, a bit of a chaotic mess when it comes to pronunciation. Spanish isn't like that. Once you know a letter's sound, it pretty much sticks.
Exactly. So let's start with the absolute foundation: the vowels. This is where Spanish truly shines in its consistency. There are 5 main vowel sounds, and they never change, ever. No matter where they are in a word, or what letters are next to them, they're always the same.
This is huge, people. This is like the golden rule. So let's break them down. We have A, which sounds like the A in father or car.
Then E, which is like in bed or red, not like the E in sea.
I is like the E in meat or pizza. Super consistent, always a long E sound.
O is like the O in go or boat, a nice clean O sound.
And finally, E is like the UO in moon or blue.
So to recap: A, E, O. If you can get those 5 sounds down, you're already 50% of the way to great Spanish pronunciation. It's the bedrock, truly.
And the beauty is, they combine seamlessly. Hola is H-O-L-A. Hola, not hola. It's all very logical. But let's move on to some of the consonants that tend to trip people up, shall we?
Yes, absolutely. Let's start with the infamous R. We mentioned the single R and the double R. The single R is often described as a soft EE sound in English, like the double T in butter, or the single T in city. It's a quick tap of the tongue against the roof of your mouth.
Think pro for butt versus pro for dog. That single R in pro is just a quick tap, you don't roll it. But the double R in prot, that's where the fun begins. That's the full roll, the vibrato.
Right, for the double R, your tongue needs to flap rapidly against the alveolar ridge, just behind your front teeth. It takes practice, and some people find it easier than others, but everyone can learn it. Don't give up. It's not a genetic thing.
And if you're struggling, try saying buttercup really fast. Sometimes that rapid TE sound can help you feel where your tongue needs to be. It's all about getting those muscles moving.
Great tips, Angelina. Moving on, let's talk about T and Z. This is where regional variations come into play, which can be a little confusing.
Oh, the th sound, my favorite topic. So in most of Spain, when you see a Z or a T followed by an E or an I, it's pronounced like the th in think. Think gracias sounding like gracias.
But in Latin America, and in parts of southern Spain, that Z and C or T sound like an S. So gracias would be gracias. Both are perfectly correct, just different regional accents. Pick one and stick with it.
And a regular T followed by A, O, or U always sounds like the key in cat. So casa is casa.
Next up, chi. Similar to T, it has 2 sounds. When chi is followed by or U, it's a hard chi sound, like in go or game. Think agua for water.
But when it's followed by E or I, it transforms. It becomes a guttural sound, almost like clearing your throat. So gente for people, or gigante for giant.
Which brings us perfectly to the letter J. The J always has that strong guttural H sound, no matter what vowel follows it. So jamón for ham or trabajo for work. It's never like the English J.
That's a huge one for English speakers to remember. No J sound like in juice. It's always a breathy H. And speaking of H, what about the letter H itself?
The H in Spanish is always silent. Always. It's a placeholder. Hola is hola. Hablar is hablar. You never pronounce it.
Such a relief, right? One less sound to worry about. But then we have the single double ul and the Y.
Ah, the double ul and Y. These two are often interchangeable in sound. In most regions, they sound like the Y in yees or yellow. So lamar for to call sounds like llamar, and yo for I sounds like you.
But again, regional differences. In Argentina and Uruguay, for example, the double ul and y can sound like the she in show or j in jump.
It's fascinating, isn't it? My advice is to listen to the region you're most interested in and emulate that. But the standard Y sound is perfectly understood everywhere.
And we can't forget ñ. This is a beautiful letter, unique to the Spanish alphabet.
Yes, the ñ with a tilde over it. It makes an ny sound, like in canyon or añón. So mañana for tomorrow, or niño for child.
It's so distinct, and once you hear it, you can't unhear it. It just flows so beautifully. Now a couple more quick ones. D and T.
Good point. The Spanish T is softer than the English T. Your tongue touches the back of your front teeth, almost like a soft sound but not quite. It's more dental like nada for nothing.
And the T is also softer, not aspirated like in English. When we say top in English, there's a puff of air. In Spanish, there isn't. Your tongue again touches the back of your front teeth. Think taco or tiempo.
It's subtle, but it makes a huge difference in sounding more natural. And speaking of subtle differences, we have to touch on accent marks, or tildes.
Oh, these are crucial. Accent marks tell you which syllable to stress, and stressing the wrong syllable can completely change the meaning of a word. For instance, papa for potato versus papa for dad. Same letters, totally different meaning because of that accent mark.
Exactly. Or T for if and C for yes. They're not optional. They're part of the word's identity and pronunciation.
Generally, if a word ends in a vowel, an or es, the stress is on the second to last syllable. If it ends in any other consonant, the stress is on the last syllable. If it doesn't follow those rules, it needs an accent mark to tell you where to stress it.
That's a fantastic summary of the stress rules. And that's why understanding syllables is also so important in Spanish. Every syllable has a vowel, and the rhythm is very consistent.
It really is. Once you get the vowel sounds down and these key consonant differences, the rest starts to fall into place. It all clicks. And my biggest piece of advice for anyone working on pronunciation is listen, listen, listen.
Yes, immerse yourself. Listen to native speakers, podcasts, music, watch movies and TV shows in Spanish. Pay attention to how they form sounds, the intonation, the rhythm, then try to mimic it.
Don't be afraid to sound silly practicing. Record yourself and compare it to a native speaker. It feels awkward at first, but it's incredibly effective for identifying where you need to adjust.
And remember, progress over perfection. You're not going to sound like a native overnight, and that's totally okay. The goal is clear communication and building confidence. Every little step helps.
Exactly. The beauty of Spanish is how phonetic it is. Once you master those fundamental sounds, especially the vowels, the rest of the puzzle pieces really do start to fit together. So, dive in, practice those sounds, and don't let pronunciation intimidate you.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us today, everyone. Hopefully this has demystified the Spanish alphabet and its pronunciation a little bit for you. Keep practicing, keep listening, and we'll catch you next time on Learn Spanish Like I Did.
Hasta la próxima episodio.